Hallelujah, the field is so nearly done. So those two are basically full. So these are my reserve two bunkers here. I'll just stick it in here. Hey Aaron, welcome along, cheers for that. Hey Ronnie, good afternoon to you, sir. Just getting the very last bit of chaff off the big field I started yesterday. I did do about half hour, 40 minutes off air. Didn't think you guys would want to see it all again. Following the forage harvesters. Alright, thanks Ronnie, how are you today? Hey Austin, welcome along. I think I'll just see where that one ends up. Oh dear. That's not good, Ronnie. Isn't the electricity company meant to guarantee against spikes? Not worth emptying that out. There's next to nothing in it. Oh, any other damage? Yeah, the big boy. Pretty cheap and low on slots actually. It's a bit slow, but it's the only thing that can really pull this up the hills. Yep. Oh dear. Yeah, I saw that, Ronnie. think we might need to repair the sower. Oh bugger, I've got no money. Right, we'll sell something quickly. Hey B&K. The 9RX, like the case quad track, they don't, the weight isn't right on the back end of these things in the game. I don't know what's wrong with them. The dual track pulls just as well, Ronnie, basically. And it's not so much the pulling, it's the transportation. The weight of it cooks it around everywhere. Yeah, it's it needs repair, this machine. It's only doing 9 instead of 11. So what I've got to do is sell something. We'll go and sell some canola. Yeah, we'll go and sell some canola quickly, and then we'll repair it, and then we'll see it going at 11 behind the big bud. Because I've got 1100, well, I've got 1.1 million litres of canola in the silo over here. So even if the price is bad, yeah, very nice, Austin, very nice. So B&K, how are you getting on? And thanks for your message, or comment rather. Very nice, thanks for taking the time to do that. I won't really notice selling a thing of canola quickly. Let's see where the best price is. Vehicle shop grains. Okay. Oh, sunflower, on the other hand, is actually a really good price. Well, I started filling this now. Hey, OTD. Good day to you, sir. Yeah, I'm not too bad, thanks. How are you doing, Dave? Haha, very good, Dave. Right, we're going to leave this filling with sunflowers because they're a really good price. And we'll sort out the cedar behind the big bud. Also, we will get the forage harvesters off the field before the big bud starts running them over. So we'll repair this thing. Which won't be cheap, but there we go. That should go back up to 11. Granted, it might take a downhill stretch to do it. There we go. Looking good. Looking good. Yeah, Austin. Yeah, very good. I've only got it looking very small at the moment, but yeah, nice change. So watch this make a turn. Then we better start getting these forage harvesters out of the way, as it will only end in tears if I don't. This thing will mutilate them. I watched the, I don't know if anyone else did. He's missed a line, has he? No, he hasn't. No, he hasn't. Cool. Ronnie, what are you doing to me? I don't know if anyone saw on YouTube, Welker Farms, the museum that owns this Big Bud in real life fitted some massive tyres to it. It's quite interesting. Yeah, much better proportion with this rig anyway. The dual track just looked a bit too small pulling this. It pulled it okay. It was just a bit leery at speed, field to field. This would take over, push it around. And that just won't happen with the Big Bud. The Big Bud's got the weight not to be pushed around by this seeder. So it's got a very efficient turning circle for an implement that's so big. It literally is 30 metres wide, and it only needs like a headland of 35 metres or something. I mean, that's just beautiful. Quite a steep hill we're pulling up now. Right, back to forage harvesters, which was that way, I think. Here we go. Go and park these up. So I got 5.6 million litres of chaff off this field. I could have done it faster, but I set it up for people like Yardy and Donkey coming in. Yardy came in for an hour or two, but Donkey didn't make it. Otherwise I would have set it up more single-handed, if you like. But I'm not complaining, we got it done. Yeah, it's the weight more than the power rating, Ronnie. It's transporting it field to field. When you're going at 26 miles an hour, it tends to take over a bit. Whereas, to be honest, if I slowed the dual track down to 19, the same speed as the Big Bud, it wasn't an issue anyway. I just wanted the Big Bud. There you go. I've said it. Right, we'll drive across the chaff. Oh, that might not have been a good idea. But we'll try and drive across the chaff because any extra compaction's a good thing. And we'll park it up. Then we'll go and get the other ones. Doesn't need a wash, it's been raining. So I better get my skates on before Big Bud gets here. Well, we'll take a slightly scenic route just to see the Big Bud. There it is. It's got a great silhouette to it. Yeah, I can imagine, Ronnie. I can imagine. I find that the dual tracks actually pull as well as the quad tracks. There's something wrong with the weighting, Dave. It's not so much a horsepower issue. Something wrong with the traction on the rear end of the quad tracks in the game. It's like there's no weight on the back end. And if they're towing something on wheels, they're not gaining the weight over those driving wheels that they need. It's not a horsepower issue. The Steiger being on tyres probably finds the traction better due to that reason. My little dual track pulled it fine. So now I've got 3 dual tracks. I might sell 1 dual track and get another Fendt 1050. I don't need 3 dual tracks, really. Mind you, I'm sure I can find a use for it. Maybe I'll keep it. They're only worth 40 grand. I've had them so long anyway. Alright, better get the next one out of the way. Hey Pro Gamer, welcome along. Check out the mighty Big Bud. Yeah, I mean, Ronnie, to be honest, when I started the map, I was going to run the 9RXs, but I got the Fendt 1175 dual tracks for 2 reasons. Obviously the slot thing was one of the reasons, and the other thing, the Fendt, you can put the 3-point lift mod on the front, which I couldn't do with the 9RX. And where I'm running the Straw Harvest DLC, I wanted to put rotor arms on the front, and I couldn't do that with the 9RX. So I was disappointed because I wanted to run the 9RXs along with my 790 combines at the time. They've had to go because of slots as well. It's just part of the console game. Basically, you can't run John Deere on a big farm really, or you could run one tractor, maybe. I've got a few slots left, but not many. How are you today, Pro Gamer? Oh, we might as well just get that last little bit quickly. The big bud hasn't caught up yet. It'll make my map look prettier rather than having dark blue stripes on it. Oh, these things need repairing big time. I do have a workshop actually down where they're kept. We get to see the big bud turn around and come back towards us if we stay here. How are you, Pro Gamer? And actually, what do you think of the map you're doing at the minute, Little Norton? I'm tempted to do Little Norton or the other one from Dorset. Can't remember what it's called off the top of my head. I'm tempted to do one of those two maps, I think, on Seasons. Hey Foggy, good to see you, mate. Glad you're good. I'm not too bad, thank you. Purbeck, that was the other one. Tempted to do Purbeck or Little Norton. Check out the big bud pulling it up that hill. Nice. It's going to take the big bud no time to knock out this field. I'm used to it, Foggy. On Sussex, I think I had 2,500 cows on Seasons. A lot of TMR. Yeah, I need to do a Seasons map, I think, Pro Gamer. I was thinking of that one because it looks, as well as being a good map, it's about half the slots of Sandy Bay, I believe. No, the best money on Seasons out of cows, Fog, is selling the manure normally at the biogas. On Seasons, it's worth it, big time. Has it got any issues? Like, can you landscape it and stuff like that everywhere, or has it got loads of red bits, Pro Gamer? Or any other issues that you come across? Or is it all pretty tickety-boo? Perfect. Hey Nicholson, welcome. Long time no see. How are you, mate? Hope you're good. What a great surprise. Got old Nicholson in again. Fantastic. Nice to see you streaming the other day, Nicholson. For those of you that aren't aware, Nicholson started streaming every other Saturday morning. I think it's quite early in the morning his time. You should check him out. He tends to do small organic farms. Right, back to Big Bud. Oh, we've missed a big line up there. Look at that. Let's go sort that out. As no one's watching, let's do a bit of fast farming with it quickly. I don't fast farm very often. Not that you can really tell with a Big Bug and this rig, because it'll only get to 15 anyway. But we just get these lines that the hill, it's due to the hill. But while it's raining and there's not much else to do on the farm, for once we might as well get these lines. Hey B&K, I'm not really fast farming. Look, I'm doing 15 with my 1100 horsepower. Oh, there's a few more lines up here. We might as well get them. Alright, Ronnie. Always a pleasure, sir. Hope to catch you soon. Hey, Toby. Welcome along. I've just got the Big Bug just because it's a bit heavier more than anything else for towing this. The dual track could handle it. It wasn't something I had to do. And I've got money to burn now. You see, with the dual track, that would have been an unhitched job, that little spin out there. I've got money to burn, basically, nowadays. So I thought, might as well. You can cover some serious ground at 16 with this thing though, if you're in a hurry. Really could. Yeah, cheers Toby. Daggerwin's probably the most famous farming YouTuber of them all. His roleplay is second to none. I'm glad he's doing a series on this map. That'll be really good for JiM. Right, then we'll spin it around, we'll set it back off on a worker. I will put it over to the left about 1 metre more than I need to, so it can't slide down the hill. Hopefully for once we'll have a perfect field here. So I'll put it about there. That should be a good overlap. Yeah. Not bad. Oh, I've got it in the same place. Let's just move it over a tiny bit before the hill comes. I just take it to about there. Then up further up there where the hill gets steep, it won't slide down and miss a bit. And when it comes back, it will just overlap slightly there. So that's all good. Now I'm just going to take a slow scroll through every single vehicle I've got on the D-pad and deal with each one as I come across it. Oh, actually, we got a good price for sunflower. I'm going to be selling sunflower when I get to the black truck. Oh yeah, I saw that, Nicholson. So this is a fertiliser setup. Oh, that's why you should never leave a front lifter set up, rigged up. Look, when you exit the game, you see that? It says it's hitched. And it's not. Even over here, I can detach. You see that? So what you have to do is detach the trailer and hitch it up again, and then it's all okay. Yeah, I've been trying to find uses for the scarrops so they're not just dead weight. They can do fertilising, cultivating, and slurry is what they do. So they're quite useful. Yeah, Toby, I watched the video. The new tyres on it. I hope that does come to console, that modded tyres. It would be nice, but I'm happy with it anyway. We'll part this up. Cover on the fertiliser, and I'll leave the cover off the lime so I know, because they're identical, the setups. Might have made this reversing in a bit trickier than I needed to. Right, that's one scarrop put away. We're unhitched, otherwise the same will happen again. But I'm just going to leave it there, I think. And the red one, same thing. Scroll through to the trailer, unhitch it and hitch it up, and then it's okay. This needs filling up. We'll do that. But they're actually very useful, because fertilising you tend to have to do every single field. It's nice to have a fast vehicle that does it. I used to use the JCB at 46 miles an hour, but I saved the 12 slots by getting rid of it as I had these already. I know it's not the most realistic thing, but I reckon in real life 600 horsepower four-wheel drive could pull a bit of fertiliser. Well, I think it went, Dave, I wasn't sure, but I've got a feeling it went from Montana to the museum and then it's going back again. Anyway, the guys who owned it, if that video's correct, said the Welker boys could look after it, so we might see it in action on their farm in future episodes. That would be fun. Again, I'll leave it unhitched, but the vehicle there. Jack of all trades, these things, look. Pull slurry wagons as well. Oh, I wonder how many litres of slurry it would take to do that big field at the top that the big bud's on. I've probably got enough slurry to do it in all my animal pens. I bet I've got a couple of million litres now. So we'll leave that there. We'll park this somewhere out of the weather. In fact, we're going to turn on all the belts while we're up here quickly. Right, that trailer's full. We should really sell that. Hey Harley, welcome along. Scarrot's doing slurry. It can pull a couple of cultivators. In fact, it will even pull the John Deere high-speed disc, but not at 13, at more like 11. But it's still quite fun to watch. How are you, Harley? I hope you're well. What a pleasure to see you in here. It's not very good at some things, but there again, it is only a car. Right, head down to the main farm now. Oh, we could do a jump on the way. We're in the Scarrot. We'll jump my silage or my chaff. That's on the way. Sorry, B&K. Haha, cheers, Dave. So now we're going to sell some sunflower. I'm purposely going to stop it by ramming this because, as you all know, the Scarot's got no brakes. We're now going to sell 400,000 litres of sunflower. I'm just saying it wasn't realistic, B&K. So the next 1.5 million that comes in will be spent on sugar cane harvesters and placeables for using the sugarcane harvesters, and I need to place JiM's castle somewhere. It's quite big, I haven't quite found a spot yet. I have an idea about the castle. $64,000, 70,000 litres is about as good as it's going to get on hard economy. Must keep an eye on that big bud. Need to just babysit it on the last pass. I suppose I could set it off on the other end. Then I won't have to worry about it. Another 4 loads maybe. So the 2 maps I'm looking at doing are Purbeck Valley, or I think it's called Little Norton. Does anyone know anything about these maps? I know Farming Company quite rates Little Norton. Probably going to do Seasons, Hard Economy, Dairy Farm. Hey, Sean Anderson 2, Sean Anderson 2, welcome. I was thinking of trying to do a dairy farm whereby I can only sell animal products, so I can't sell crops. So I'll probably do a few pigs as well, so they eat something. So I can sell milk and slurry and manure, basically. And pigs for bacon. But I can't sell silage, can't sell hay, is what I'm saying basically. Mind you, on Seasons it's not worth anything anyway. That's it, Dave. But they've owned the 747 for something like 30 years, though. Yeah, I normally do hard economy, Nicholson. Hey, Yardy, welcome. You'll be pleased to hear, Yardy, I finished the field of chaff. Yeah, there's sugar beet to do if you want, Yardy. Yardy, it's raining, so that's about all we can do. You can come and harvest some sugar beet if you like. I think it lets you harvest sugar beet in the rain. I haven't got the John Deere combines anymore, so we can't harvest the cereal crops in the rain. But that's not a bad thing. I'm quite enjoying having a bit of time to relax after that chaff. I need to check on the big bug quickly. Loads of time. Just got to watch it. Just got to watch it on the last pass because it tries to get into this field here. In fact, if I catch it up this end, I might set it off. Oh, look, it missed a bit there. And it missed a bit there. Naughty big bud. Yeah, Nightbot does get a bit bossy sometimes. Money's going up quite nicely. Just check the price of digestate and milk. Oh, milk is looking good, and it's set up for a return run with digestate. Where the high price is, and digestate is also looking good. Okay, that means Yardy's got a choice of jobs. Yardy can do trucking with me, or he can harvest his sugar beet. Yes, I did, Yardy. Yeah, I did. I updated that, and I updated something else. I don't know what it was. Sorry, mate. I know I updated Little Norton map, which I'm thinking of doing. This farm's now pretty massive. I feel I should start getting a smaller farm on the go as well. And also, I'm starting to miss seasons a bit, to be honest. Hey, Kebab Man, welcome along. How are you, Kebab Man? Not bad, thanks. Not bad at all. Gonna be in the money in a minute, big time. Well, Depends how many truck runs I do, but yeah. Have you updated it, Yardy? Hey, Osby Monday. Hi, Luke Sanson. Welcome along. Welcome along. I like your avatar, Luke Sanson. Oh, maybe I didn't. New follower, Luke JS2. I presume that's Luke Sanson. Thank you for the follow. So, how are you today, Luke and Osby? Hope you're both well. Right, this might be the last load of sunflower. Also, I've got quite a lot of chaff to compact as well. Well, it's a bit tricky while I'm playing, Yardy. The only way I can check is by exiting the game. And there's quite a lot of people in chat at the minute. Luke, I'm not going in a party, I'm afraid. I started with whatever start from scratch gives you. Not a lot of money, but I had access to, I think it let me borrow like 400,000 or 300,000, something like that, at the beginning. Or maybe, I don't know, it started with 50,000, but the bank was being quite good at the beginning. It lent me money. I still owe the bank 3 million at the moment, but the interest payments are so cheap that I never bother paying it off, to be honest. Money's really cheap in this game, generally, especially if you use the biogas plant, because your midnight payment always covers your interest, so it never builds up. Always maxed out on the loan, Kebab Man, I am, always. Ah, maybe I should do a map where I don't borrow the money. That would be a first. And I lease equipment as well to get me moving sometimes. It's not particularly efficient leasing in this game though. It's alright, but you don't want to lease stuff that you put a lot of hours on. You only want to lease stuff that you don't use much. If you put a lot of hours on something, you'll end up, you might as well buy it 3 times over. I think if you put 30 hours on something you've leased, you might as well have bought it. Yeah, Yardy, I can't do much about that at the moment. Let me just see how the big bud's doing, and I'll exit and come back in. Just have a bit of patience, man. It won't be a full load, so I won't bother. Right, let's check on the big bud, see where he's at. Right, Yardy, I'm going to take this down to the far end and then set it off, and then I'll have a look. It's going to end up the wrong end of the field if I do that as well. Things I do for Yardy, eh? Right, I'm going to leave that bit. I'm going to leave that little bit there. So Yardy's sugar beet field's ready. Oh, who knows, Toby? I know what my faults are. I don't do enough short videos. I don't do mods. I don't do enough first looks. Mind you, to be honest, I'm totally disheartened with the map situation. I don't want to do a first look on a map that's broken, and every map that comes out is broken. Now that's not the modders' fault. That's Giants' fault for not testing them properly. It's partly the modders' fault if they think it's up to Giants to tell them what's wrong with their maps. It isn't. They should know, but it's still Giants' fault. They shouldn't release stuff that doesn't work. Doesn't do the Giants' name any good at all. Right, perfect. I'm going to save the game. The biggest seeder is this one, the Borgolt DLC. Biggest planter, there's two 18-metre ones, a Horse one and a Great Plains one. There's nothing this big yet. Hopefully they'll make a big planter. Now I'm going to quit. Things I do for you, Yardy. Midstream as well. Oh, and I've just turned all those belts on. Bloody hell. And now it's going to crash. No, it didn't crash. Just give it a moment to settle down. Mods. Update that for Yardy. Alright, we'll go back in now. Oh, I doubt it, Toby. It's much harder on YouTube now than it was even a few months ago, I believe. Because you can't just click on someone's name and sub anymore. They stopped that because of the copper thing, I think. But it used to be really easy. Their testing's crap, mouse. Bloody Richard Dower tested Millennial Farmer's map in 10 minutes more than Giants did in 2 weeks. How are you, mouse? In some ways, mouse, I can understand Giants just thinking, well, to hell with you if you're expecting us to do your work for you, to the modder, and saying, because the modder obviously knew there was stuff wrong with it. It's not Giants' job to tell them, oh, you've got to do this, this, this and this. It's Giants' job to have something that is technically finished and say, yes, that's okay. It's not their job to do their work for them. So maybe they just got the hump and said, right, we're gonna pass it and you can take the flak. But that's wrong as well. They should have a fine system. If they're given something and it's, oh, I've crashed. Yardy,